Hey there, it's Seth Myers with Sinus Spine Sport and Rehab, and today we're going to go over a common ankle mobility drill that I give to patients dealing with ankle mobility limitations. Oftentimes this is kind of just referred to as like knee towards wall drill. And so what we're going to do is just set up just like Matt's got here, a lunge position in front of a wall like so. And then what we want to do is just lean forward so that our knee translates towards that wall and just kind of barely kisses it. A few things we want to keep in mind as we do this drill. The biggest thing is we want everything just in line, nice and straight. So we don't want those toes toed out or in. We don't want that knee as we translate forward to kind of roll in or roll out. That's not going to give us the best mobility of that ankle joint as we can get. So as we do this drill though, what we want to try to do is get that knee translating nice and far forward without that heel coming off the ground. If that heel starts to come off the ground, you're just too far away from that wall and you might not be getting the most out of this drill. I like to have folks kind of go to the point where they can just barely kiss that knee on the wall and then maybe scoot back just a tiny little bit so that there is a little bit of clearance for that knee to translate a little bit more forward, but still try to keep that that heel on the ground the whole time. Another tip or trick that I give folks to work on with this drill is actually, if you're doing this at home, you can take a piece of tape the edge of it towards the wall, and then just back pretty far, about a foot or so should be plenty. And then over time, as you're doing this drill, you can just mark how far back your toes get. So that is helpful for two reasons. Number one, it can kind of give you some goals to try to get further and further back. You know, you've got this mark, you want to try to get further back from there. But number two, it can kind of help you get right into the drill nice and quick. If you don't have that mark like that, you're just kind of eyeballing how far back you should be. So it might take a couple reps before you get going. But the other things to keep in mind with this drill as well is we want to do both sides and we want to look for big discrepancies side to side. So if we do this drill on the left side and then we do it on the right, and there's a ½ inch difference from one heel or one ankle to the other, that's pretty noticeable. And so we want to really work on that ankle that isn't as mobile. That's going to have lots of potential limitations in tons of movements that we do, whether it's squatting or deadlifting, or more specifically with running, planting, cutting, jumping, those things. So again, knee to wall ankle mobility drill. Because we're in this position, we're not really putting a big stretch on the calf muscles. So this is specifically or truly much more of a ankle mobility drill, not necessarily a calf stretch drill. So if you're dealing with ankle mobility limitations, this drill is awesome to work on, and I would say give this one a shot.